Hello everyone, thanks for checking out today's video. Before we get started, I want to ask a huge favor of you guys and my commitment to trying to produce some better quality content for you guys. We're actually not in the shop today, we're down here at the barn and it's a bit of a windy day. My boy's back here playing, but I'm using my new microphone system so I can be further from the camera, and I want you guys to help me out by leaving a comment at the end of this video and letting me know how the audio is for you. Thank you. So let's go ahead and get started. All right guys, so today I want to talk to you a bit about my setup down here at my barn. So you guys know I love my tractors. I love all of my equipment, but you know, it can be burdensome. The more stuff that you have, the more you have to look after. Well, as you know, tractors can sit, and especially in my case, you know, it's winter time now, my tractor doesn't get a whole lot of use. And because it sits for a long time, that means the battery can go flat. And as you know, if you guys let a battery go flat and it sits for a while, it's just, you can charge them back up and sometimes they'll last for a little bit, but a lot of times you find yourself having to buy a new battery. Well, that's not a big deal if you have a shop that has electricity, or you're somewhere close where you have electricity so you can put a tender on it over winter like I do with my mowers and whatnot. But I'm down here at my 3-stall barn and I don't have any electricity down here. So what's a man to do? Well, let me show you my setup that I've got here. So you can see what I've got here is just a little dedicated solar charger, solar panel. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see very well. You see that blue light at the top? That means that it's getting some power in, but it's literally just a solar panel. And where I'm at, it makes the most sense to point this, basically pretty straight to the south. But this thing just has a lead that runs, I don't know if you can see that wire, I'll show you the other end of it as we get closer to the tractor. But it runs down to a little controller, and then it runs to the battery on the tractor. So let me take you over there and show you that. My little boy loves riding tractors, don't you, buddy? Yeah, I'm gonna pop the hood for you here and show you guys my setup. So it's really quite simple. It works just pretty much like any other trickle charger. So you can see I've got my battery here. I've got an alligator clamp clamped on the negative, the positive, and what happens is it runs down to a controller. So you can see, here's where it runs down to right here. This is just a standard plug like you guys are used to that most trickle chargers use, but this is an important component right here. You need this. If you use just a solar panel and plug it in, what's gonna happen is your battery is gonna get a continuous charge and you could overcharge it. This regulates that power that's going in there. And whenever it says, oh, the battery's fully charged, it cuts off the power. So this is a vital component of that. But you can see you can attach it to your battery, solar, and then you can even have a load. So what I do is I come off of my alligator clips down to this wire. This goes into the battery side, and then off the solar side runs down to my panel that's facing pretty well south here in northwest Arkansas. That's where it makes the most sense. In fact, I probably need to clean that panel. So whenever this thing has got a little more sunlight on it than what it's currently got now, and you'll see on this guy right here, it'll show you whenever it's charging. I don't know if you can see it with the little LED. It's got a little bit of power going to it. But like I say, this is what regulates that, make sure the battery doesn't get overcharged. So this little solar panel here, I think I actually picked this one up from Harbor Freight. And what I liked about it was the fact that it put out a decent amount of wattage. I forget exactly what it is. So it's the Thunderbolt, and it's a 7-watt solar panel. So this puts out 7 watts of power to the battery. And then the controller, they have one at Harbor Freight, but I couldn't wait to get it whenever I got this. I went ahead and just ordered it off of Amazon, and I'll leave a link down below to that as well as a comparable solar charger that you could pick up not only at Harbor Freight, but one on Amazon. Battery tender makes a nice one as well that is all-in-one. I think the important part is to make sure that it's outdoor rated and that getting a little rain on it won't cause it harm or anything, because the whole idea of this is kind of to set it and forget it. I don't want to have to come down here and baby it. So with the setup like I've got back here, you can pretty well put your battery on this solar tender, set it and forget it. If you're not using your tractor for winter like me, it doesn't affect you, it doesn't harm you, because you can just leave it there. And whenever you're ready to use it, come down here. Hopefully it fires right up and your battery's all the way topped up. So I've had a few people that have been over to my place. They say, hey, that's a pretty nifty idea there. So something I wanted to share with you guys, an option that if you don't have electricity readily available, you can use a little solar panel, and it set up like this. is not too expensive. And kind of the way I look at it is you can spend a little money on a setup like this. It's going to last a long time. Or you can buy you new batteries every year if you want. I know which one I'd rather do because I hate having to buy new batteries for equipment. So I want my stuff to last as long as I can. All right, guys, that's everything for today's video. So I'll leave you guys some links. And like I say, help me out. Let me know how the audio is on this. I want to improve it. I want to make sure you can't hear the wind, too much background noise, anything like that. So it is appreciated. All right, guys, until the next video, take care.